All right, good morning, Coach. It's week 4 of the regular season that we're going into. We're coming off a loss to a good Pulaski Academy team. What did you take away from the game?
I thought Pulaski Academy was really good. They were really well coached. Knowing that we knew that going in, we had chances early, just didn't take advantage of them. I thought we did some really good things offensively at times. Then some times we shot ourselves in the foot. I thought we improved from a snap standpoint from week 2 and week 3, but there still was a couple of snaps there. We got 1st and 10. We have 2 bad snaps in a row. Now we have 3rd and 20. So we're still improving on that area. Defensively, I thought we were on the field way too long. I thought at times, we played really good on 1st and 2nd down. We had 10 sacks. We had 10 sacks Friday night. Anytime you can do that, put pressure on the quarterback, you should have a chance. And they just kept making plays on 3rd down and 4th down. And that's just the uniqueness of their offense, where you got to play defense for 4 downs. And I thought conditioning, I thought our kids struggled a little bit condition-wise, which was very surprising because we've not done that the first 2 weeks. And then all of a sudden it was humid and it was hot. And they played so fast. Boy, they played really fast. And, we tried to practice that during the week, but it's hard. It was really hard to practice at that speed where they snap the ball when the whistle blows. And they got a great scheme there. Onside kicks, I thought that we handled that for the most part. They recovered 1, and it was the start of the 2nd half, which was a big backbreaker for us. And there were some things that happened during the game that you don't plan on. We tried to play some kids both ways, and then we lose Calix Harrison early in the first quarter. He's starting safety. When you play kids both ways, you lose 2 spots when that happens. And we lost our fullback for the night, so we couldn't go back to 2 backs very much. And that was the plan going in, was to run more 2 backs. And hopefully, he's better now, and he just got shaken up a little bit. But it's a non-conference game, so we decided, hey, just hold him out and be precautionary. And then overall, I thought that injury-wise, this is probably the healthiest we've been coming out of non-conference.
You talked a little bit about it, but I was really impressed with your defensive line. I thought they played an outstanding ball game overall. Could you expound a little bit more on their performance? Because Aaron Church was pretty impressive. LaFoy Smith, all of them were.
Yeah, all 4 of them were. Well, we moved Darius Harding down to an end spot just because we knew he could get pressure. He could go along with the other 3. That made us play an outside linebacker that hasn't played much, which struggled. Both of our outside linebackers didn't play very well, and that's what led to a bunch of the stuff that we've done is correctable. We moved Darius from outside to defensive end to put more pressure, but all 4 of them, I think, LaFoy had 3 sacks, Peyton had 3 sacks, Church had 2 sacks, and Darius had 2 sacks. So that's 10 sacks we had up front. And if we get a piece of them at outside backer, there's probably 7 or 8 more times that we get another sack because we're a step late. And that's just all coming together. But when you're playing new kids out there that haven't got experience and then playing a team like Pulaski Academy, they take advantage of it. Any little thing that we lined up wrong, they took advantage of it, which was good for us to see. We found out that what can kids do and what can kids. We saw 2 really running teams the first 2 weeks. That was the first passing team we've seen. We knew we were young in the secondary. We knew we were starting 2 sophomores in the secondary. We felt like we had to put pressure. I thought that our 2 sophomores played well. I thought that we struggled as getting hands on our number 2 receivers, and if we'd have done that, I think that we could have helped ourselves more.
You did have a pretty big improvement in terms of snaps. The offensive line did pretty well in terms of blocking on the rush. Kalei Cox had a good ball game.
They did. We ran the football. We wanted to come out and run the football, establish the run. I thought we did the first couple of drives. We drive down and score, and then we go up 7-6, and we get the ball back, and we're driving again, and we got 1st and 10. Then we have a bad snap, and then we have another bad snap. They put us in 3rd and long. Then in the next series, we get the ball down there again on first play. We jump offside, so we're 1st and 15. We've got to cut them out against good football teams. That's something that we didn't do last year. They put you behind the sticks. It's easy to call a game when you're 1st and 10, 2nd and 4. 3rd and 2, but when you get in a situation where you're 1st and 15, 2nd and 15, 2nd and 12, that gives the defense a big advantage, and that's something that we're a running football team, and for the most part, we only threw it 8 times in the first half, so we tried to play action. Thought we had a couple of go balls that were wide open that we wanted to do off play action. And we just didn't connect on them. If we connect on them too, then it's a different story in the first quarter. but we got to connect on them too, and then keep establishing the run and not get the mental mistakes that we make with the snaps and with the offsides penalties and stuff like that we're doing right now that's putting us behind the sticks.
So right now it's just a matter of really getting it back to a good crisp nature offensively.
Well, it's just being number one. It starts with the quarterback. We've got to get a guy. We've settled on a guy there. We're gonna ride and go with it, and then and develop a philosophy or a scheme each week for him. Both of them has been doing been doing the same scheme right now, and now it's going to be the one that fits whichever one's going to play, and then we're just going. Our football team's got to get behind the person and go from there.
Let's jump right into this week's matchup. We got CrossIt. We're hitting the road again. What do you expect from the Eagles?
I mean, they're much improved. They've done a great job through the offseason, through the spring. I guess we played them for 5 years now. This is probably the best team that they've had since I've been playing them, or since we've been playing them. And they got a lot of speed on the edges. They're a lot bigger up front. Coach Nason's done a great job of putting his program in place there. They're a total different football team than we played last year. And we've told our kids that all week. And so, I mean, we've kind of, got ready for CrossIt. The last 2 years we were beat up. We were trying to put pieces together. This year, we got everybody healthy, so we're excited about that. But at the same time, we got to fix the problems that we have internally right now with the mental mistakes and the bad snaps, and we make some physical mistakes too. Don't get me wrong, but you can live with physical mistakes because if you're playing hard, you're giving great effort. Physical mistakes are going to happen. It's the mental mistakes that we got to keep fixing.
Well, of course, this is the first conference game of the season, and in some respects, your season really that counts starts this week. I mean, how important is it to this team to hit the road, get a win right off the bat in conference play?
Oh, it's huge. It's what we built for. It's what we played the last 3 weeks for. The non-conference season, we play a tough non-conference season every year for this reason, to make us better, for us to see everything that we can see. We're not going to see as many onside kicks that we saw the other night ever again. And our kids were prepared for it. Our kids had to work every day in practice. We're not going to see the pace of play that we saw the other night against a good Pulaski Academy team. All the schemes that they gave us in their 5 wide or 4 wide stuff, defensively they ran a 3 front that blitzed a lot, and just so the things that we've learned the last 3 weeks should help us going forward, and that's what we're excited about, is that we know that going into week 4 we've seen a lot more offensively and defensively scheme wise than a bunch of teams in 4A have.
Well, Coach, thank you once again.
All right.